right. The dogs are a little crazy today. Okay, I need to go. Where are you? There we go. Get it on my phone. There we go. Okay. Hey, Nicole. Hi, Cynthia. I'm on early. I figured, hey, I have to do my straps. I may as well just come on a half hour early. How are you guys? Can you hear me okay? Hey, Dawn. Where's my tape? I'm just doing up my straps. Got lots to get through over the next 3 hours, but I think we can do it. Dogs are going to be a little bit mad at me because they get fed at 3, but Coco's been bad and eating Benny's old dog food, which she can't eat, and I can't watch her, so they're going to get fed after. Can you guys hear me okay? Hi, Melissa. That's my crossbody right there. I gotta get her done. I think that today will actually go pretty fast. Once we get to a certain point, it's just going to be a lot of repetition and just gets harder and harder to turn through. Can hear you give. Oh, you can hear me fine? Oh, great. I don't know. Autocorrects on phones are so weird right now. Holy. Let me clear up some of my mess. My studio is a disaster. Disaster, I tell you. Oh, I already put the tape on. Oh my gosh. Look how we're starting out already. Perfect. So today is the last day for the poll for November's bags. I think we can see which ones are going to win. And I've actually already contacted those designers and have coupon codes. So I will announce that tomorrow. If things go as I think they will, and I really do because I've already got the codes. My table seems extra shaky. I really gotta, when I get back from Indonesia, I gotta buy a new table. I think I just need to suck it up. Maybe I can get Dave to give me one for Christmas. I'm about halfway to one in the coffee account, which is good news. So I guess I can pay the last half. Broken. Oh my gosh, I'm a hot mess. Push this up. There we go. That's better, hey? Lexi. I'm a little early. I'm just making my straps quickly before class starts in 20 minutes. Good thing I postponed class. I didn't get home yesterday until after 5. Took my car in at 8:30. It was just for a service and to check to see why a check engine light was coming on, and I don't even think they looked at my car until 3 o'clock. I was not happy. And then they told me all that needed to be done because my husband had a light coming on the dash when he was driving it. And they said that the spark plugs and coils need to be replaced, which is great. I mean, we know that's an easy job. Except for they wanted to charge me $755 to do it. I'm like, excuse me? No, thank you. So my dad's going to do it. He's a retired mechanic in Millwright. So parts, $150. Time to do the job. It'll be 1 hour. Payment, I get to go on a daddy-daughter date and take my dad for lunch. Much better than $750. Hi, Coco. So the dogs are going to be marching in and out of here because they want to be fed. You can see Coco here. They want to be fed, and I'm just not doing it until after class because Coco is being a bad, greedy girl and eating food that'll make her tummy upset. Oh, you're glad you didn't have it? Okay, Cynthia. Well, I thought, you know what? I think everybody's going to be tired. We won't do sewing class. I think we're going to get it all done today. Maybe even before the 3 hours is up. I just figured coming in an hour early just will make sure, because you never know. There is potential when we get to the last very part that that'll just be what everybody does on their own because it might take everybody a while to turn it through. But we're going to be repeating the process 3 times. It just gets harder with each time we do it. And you'll see what we mean when we get there. If you watch my tutorial, you know what I mean, for sure. Why are you so wobbly, table? My goodness. At the same time, the Volkswagen dealer, the girl that was supposed to pick me up for the shuttle didn't, and the manager of the Volkswagen dealership did, to take me back to my car. And he's congratulating me on paying off my car. My car is 7 years old, but my loan was paid off as of July, and of course my warranty expired as of August 15th. And then they gave me a whole bunch of lists of stuff and with these high price tags that they suggest should be done, even though 6 months ago my car, when they serviced it, was in pristine condition. So yeah. Then he's tried to say, do you think when we get back to the shop, would you be interested in test driving a 2023 Jetta? I'm like, absolutely would not. So I think they were just trying to take advantage a little bit and sell me a brand new car if they made me think that all was going wrong with my car, which it wasn't. Yay, I'm glad you're looking forward to it, Cynthia. And thank you everybody for joining me on my live shopping trip to Heather's. That was fun. I think it really made Heather's day. Just get these straps done. Got 15 minutes. Is anyone sewing along with me today? I promise I'll clean up my table here too. It's kind of a, you should see over here, this side of the table, it's a hot mess. It was. I was upset that my phone, I must have a setting and it wasn't letting me put it to landscape where it used to all the time, but yeah, I'd already gone live and I didn't want to cancel it, so it is what it is. It still worked out okay. Dawn's sewing with me. Cynthia's sewing with me. Yay! I'll mark all that down here. I might ask you that again because I'm probably going to forget. Just want to get these straps done. Broken one. Okay. This will be my first sewing for the day. I pull this over there. My phone's almost dead, so I'm trying to... Nah. Just go like this. Okay. I can plug it in if it starts dying. Okay. Don't have to change up my thread, which is nice. Tomorrow I'm going to start filming the tutorials for October's bag, so I have them for you guys next week. Oh, my eyes today. I think we're okay. Did I buy a lot of fabric? I bought 7 meters. I went in for 2 and I left with 7. I spent $125. Worth it. I wanted more, trust me, but I have stuff like sewing tables and trips to pay for, so. I should know better than to go to her shop when I know she's just gotten an order in. What is Coco barking at? I have no idea. There's nobody outside. Huh. We have a bear on our street right now, so I think she knows it. It's in my neighbor's backyard in the tree. That's your average for fabric? She gets in such nice fabrics. I just love it. She's such a nice lady. That was my first time meeting her staff. I'd seen them in there before, but I never ever really talked to them unless they were cutting my fabric. But she wants me to potentially teach some in-person classes for her at her shop, so I might do that. Oh my gosh, Coco. Oh! The bear's walking in front of my street with the in front of my house with the conservation officer following it. So Coco is not impressed with it. That's really cool. Yeah, it's calm in here. I live right in between the mountain and the river. So the bears often will come down off of the mountain to go to the river. But they're also getting ready to hibernate. I apologize for her. Hopefully the bear goes away soon. But they're starting to hibernate and they're looking for food, I think. So we are not allowed to put out our garbage cans or anything at night. Even though they're still in the yard, they're against the house. But they're just brown or black bears. They're pretty much harmless unless they have cubs with them. Or you freak them out or something and then they get defensive. But conservation officers here will tranquilize that bear and then they will relocate it back into the mountains again. It's not uncommon for the same bears to come back. But yeah, that's why Coco is freaking out right now, because she would like to go and see that bear, I guess. Oh my gosh. Coco, they're not even there anymore. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. She's making my top stitching bowl crooked. You'll know when they got it when she stops barking. You don't see them? Oh my gosh. Okay, they're going in the truck there. They've loaded it up. And they're gone. Now she'll be quiet. So the bear is gone. I don't watch them tranquilize it. It makes me sad, but I understand why they have to. But I do know that they take it too. They don't kill it unless it's violent, and it's not. I'm just glad I don't live where there's grizzly bears. That would be scary. I mean, they're not too far from here. 3 or 4 hours northish. We would have them, but I don't right now. Oh yeah, we get bobcats and coyotes all the time too. This one I went a little, like my stitching's not so straight. I blame Coco because she was distracting me. But now she's quiet, so. Okay, I got 10 minutes to get these done. I need this, and I need this, and I need my strap-ins. Okay, trying to get into sewing mode here. I didn't sew yesterday either, so it's a little bizarre. How bizarre. I have a huge Emma line order coming. Yay. I actually ordered everything I need from now all the way to the new year, so I should be good. It's my little, I use this little magnetic needle holder so I don't lose my screws. Where's my screwdriver? There it is. Okay. Hi, Cocoa Beans. Are you having fun up? Hi, baby. Don't rub up against the table. No, it's Coco. She's putting her nose under my armpit. Can you see? No, no, no. No, go upstairs. Don't bark. It's loud. Go. Go. Go upstairs. Go upstairs. Go look out the window. She's gonna bark. I know it. Oh, no, she's gonna go. I know she is super loud when she comes in here and the microphone picks her up. Oh my gosh. So is everybody all caught up? Make sure I put this on right. We are wrong side up. Okay. You know what's funny? These little screwdriver set I got from the dollar store, they're not magnetic, but because I store it on top of this magnetic pin holder, now it is. See, look, it'll pick up my screws for me. I've like made my own magnetic screwdriver. It's hilarious. See? But it's not magnetic, but science, I tell ya. Don't know why that happens, but I like it. Oops. I magnetized it somehow. Smart people out there can tell me how that works. There's my... You're all caught up? Good, Cynthia. I'm almost there. Come on, get in there. There we go. So we got 5 minutes. If I don't get these done, it's all good because, straps we can always do later. Oh, Coco. Oh, okay, Dawn, thank you. I said we're starting early, so I assume many people will be late, but it just seems that I was trying to get that makeup class in and I was just failing. Life was just getting in the way. So this works. Sorry, that was really loud. What, Dawn? What's with the eyeballs? Oh, it's because you typed my name with the Q instead of an A? I'm like, what did I do? What did I do wrong? Okay. Away we go in. Nothing worse than twisting up a crossbody strap. My table just looks like a hot mess. Holy moly. Am I going this way? No. See, I did it wrong. Ah. Try again. Let's give myself some more space. Okay. That's better. That's okay. I'm learning to speak autocorrect. My phone's been terrible for autocorrect lately. Ooh, I'm warm. Warm, warm, warm. Got to do the 2 strap ends and then I'm good to go. Talk about taking advantage right up to the last minute. Get this away, this away. Let's get these last 2. Oh, Benny, don't be under my chair, baby. I just ran him over with my chair. He's not happy with me. Side do I like better? I like this side better. Ah, my stitching is so crooked. Look at that right there. It's so bad. Cocoa beans. Oops. That one's not as magnetized. I'm losing my magneticity. Is that a word? Magneticity? It is today. Oh my goodness, Coco. If she keeps up, I'll go and I'll close that door. I hear all the neighborhood dogs barking right now. So either she triggered them or they triggered her. she's gone out the dog door to bark in the bark in the backyard. I usually don't let her bark. Because I'm on camera, I can't go and get her. The neighbors will tell her to go inside when they tell their dogs to go inside. Oh, she's really freaking out. I might have to go and get her. Nobody is home. I'm home alone. Okay. We are good to go. Sweet. Okay, let me clean this up. Almost 3 o'clock. I don't need this one. Go over there. I don't think I need any of these. Put them away. Fanny, get out from under my chair, baby. Oops. Coco, come here. Why are you being such a naughty girl? You look happy at least. Okay. I am almost ready to go here. It's a miracle. Camera looks a little crooked. Let me just kind of straighten her out. There we go. All right. I am ready to go. Where's my book? Okay. 3 o'clock. Yay! How many of us do we have in here? We got 9 of us in here, so we'll give it a little longer, see who else joins us before we get started. There we go. Hi, Lenore. Okay, who do we got? Lenore. Cynthia. Melissa. Nicole. Lexi. Danelda. Hi, Danelda. Danelda. Who's sewing with me again today? I have Cynthia sewing with me. Dawn sewing with me. There was one other person. Who was it? Hi, Amy. How are you? Thank you, everybody, for coming early. Oh, Coco. Coco's beside herself because of that bear. For those just joining us, there was a bear in my front yard, and conservation officer just came to get it, to relocate it, but Coco is just having a moment. I'm glad you're fabulous, Amy. Are you sewing along with us today, Amy? So we're going to move at a good pace today. Got lots to get done. Cynthia, Dawn. Trying to see who is sewing. Oh, that's okay, Danelda. At least you have the class replays. You can always go back on if you decide you want to make it. Amy is sewing with me today. Is everybody all caught up? Where is your name, Amy? There you are. It's amazing. I always picture the bear picking the garbage can up and carrying it across the street. Like Yogi the bear. Bears are pretty harmless. Okay, so we'll give everybody till about 5 after or so, and then we're going to get started. I just finished my homework. Excuse the mess in the background. PA, that's Pennsylvania, correct? I'm trying to learn my American geography and stuff a little better. Oh yeah, Amy, for your edge coating where it bubbled, take a lighter to it and then smooth it with your hand and it'll help with that bubbling. Once it's dry, it's just for some reason, like you just take a, I'm trying to show you and I can't. Just take a lighter to it and then just take your thumb and kind of press it down and it'll take some of that bubbling away. Mine's all nicely edge coated. I use like a rainbow type edge coat. I don't know if I like it. You can see it better in some places than others. Can you see it there a little bit? It's a purple and a green. Hi, Annie. How are you? Are you sewing along with us today? Absolutely, Danelda. What happens is you only have access to the replays and everything when you have an active membership. So you won't be able to see those, but whenever you come back, you have access to them again. They don't go away. So you just have to have an active membership in order to see the classes. And that's what's really good about the YouTube part, is you can just join from month to month. So if there is a set of bags that that aren't calling to you, you can definitely cancel for that month and then pick it up later, and then you'll be able to see the classes later on. The only thing is you won't be able to see the tutorials early until you come back too. Hi, Kim. Uh-oh, Amy. Kim, are you sewing along with us, or were you behind on this one? I think you said that you were behind on this one, which is okay. Kim. Where are ya? Ah, gotcha. Cool. I said Coco is going to be barking because she's excited about the bear that they just took away. Oh, you're stuck at work, Kim. Ah, I'm sorry. Oh, thank you, Danelda. I hope you will rejoin us. I completely understand when life gets in the way of it, but yeah, whenever you pick up, you'll be able to watch all of those replays and everything at any time, just like you could see all the past ones when you joined. So yeah, it's just you can't see them unless you have an active membership, but they're always there once you renew. No problem. Aw, thank you, Nicole. I try. I fake it till I make it, right? I always say that. I'm not faking anything, I promise. Okay, I guess we're going to give it till 10 after. 3 more minutes, and then we'll get going. I'm going to get out what I need. Amazing. Yeah, I mean, I don't ever expect everybody to stay on for bags that they are not interested in doing either. That's what's great about it, is you can come in and out as much as you please. Of course, I always want you here, but I understand completely. And it's for December. It looks like I am going away from November 28th to December 9th or 10th. So I'm actually not gone the whole month of December. No, that's not right. I'm going for 2 weeks, whatever that is. So yeah, but for everybody that's a member, I have plans that is level and tier exclusive until Boxing Day. So I have a 1 tutorial, and they're all surprises, and I will launch them the first week of the month. So I have 1 tutorial that'll be for all levels of membership, for Beans Peeps Club all the way up. I have another one that'll be for the Tuesday group, the Tuesday Thursday group, And then I have another one that'll be for the Thursday group. So of course the Thursday group will be able to see the one from the Beans Peeps Clubs. Tuesday, Thursday group will be able to see everything. So 3 tutorials for the 3 weeks that I am gone. So that'll be pretty much 1 a week there for you, depending. What bag is for October? We are doing the Melanie bag by Cassiopeia on the Tuesday class. The Thursday class we are doing the Dandelion by Blue Calla, and I do have discount code for that. So the Blue Calla, I'm going to type it here. This code gets you $3 off of the pattern. And if you're the Tuesday group, the Catsio Melanie bag, I don't remember what it was. What was it, Beans? Dawn can help me with that. So it's the Melanie bag by Cassiopeia. And yeah, I don't remember what the coupon code is now. I think it's Beans, B-E-A-N-S, all capital letters, and it gets you 15% off of any of her patterns on her website, and that expires tomorrow, I believe. And then I do have a new set of coupon codes for the bags that will be winning tomorrow. I'm kind of predicting the future because I'm pretty sure I know which bags will be winning for November. So Dawn either heard me and is like, yes, so it's Beans, all capital letters. So this is the coupon code for Cassiopeia. All right. Shall we get started, ladies? You absolutely can. Those codes are good for all of my subscribers, not just the classes. So I will announce the codes for the November bags as well in tomorrow. Either tomorrow or Saturday, we'll see. So you'll be able to get them. But yes, definitely take advantage of both codes. None of them are affiliate links. I asked the designers, rather than giving me an affiliate link, if I could have a coupon code for a month for all of my subscribers. That would be great. And so they do it, which is awesome. All right. Are we ready to get started? We got a lot to get through today. That's annoying. Okay, do you know what? I'm going to go and I'm going to quickly close my curtain because that sun is going to drive me insane. Let me just go over here. Beep, beep, Ben. Move. Let me close my curtain up. Oh, it's not coming from this one. It's from the other side. Hi, Benny. No, I'm not feeding you right now, baby. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to figure out where that light's coming from. Must be this curtain. This blind. Ow. I don't know. Is that better? That looks like it's better. Okay. The way the sun is coming in is just hitting that perfect spot there. Okay. No. Okay, it's gone. Good. All right, so first thing we want to do is we are going to take our front pouch. So this will be one of the ones that you have. Can't really see it on mine because I'm using white EB Fuse Heavy. This will be the one that you have some deckable light on, whichever one you want for your very front panel. And we are going to install our nameplate and our female side of our magnetic snap. So once again, I'm going to use our pattern piece here, and she has the female end marked where we are going to put it. I'm actually like to put mine just slightly higher than that one. On this other one, I find that the flap seems to be a little bit stressed. So I think putting it up just a smidgen will just help take off some of that stress from that magnetic snap. So the mark is right there, but I'm just going to do a mark just above it like that. So I'm just putting mine so you can see where the mark is supposed to be here. And I just made mine a little higher. You can do yours as per the pattern piece as well. I just found with mine, it ended up just being a little bit tight. And I'm also going to find my centers, which I should have done first. So go ahead and install that magnetic snap at that mark. Ooh, I'm probably putting that down really loud. I know that my microphone is ultra sensitive. Okay, just make sure I have that centered. And I do. Okay. Try not to lose any of my washers. Also going to use a piece of scrap Peltex. Oh, cocoa beans. I think now she's chasing my cat. That's what happens when I'm home alone. I can't control her and teach at the same time. She's high maintenance. Love her to bits, though. Being a rescue, we've had her since she was 4 and she's 10 now, but some of those habits, she'll break her habits sometimes, which is great, but she will go back to them, and she does like to bark. Okay. She keeps doing it, I'll close my door, but then she'll scratch at the door too. I'm going to just close my door so she's not so loud. Coco, that's enough, baby. You're still going to hear her. She's super loud. I apologize. Okay, so that is done. And we're also going to install, did I write it down on here where I installed it? I don't think so. Okay. I just refreshed my memory. So, see, this is what I mean was where the snap is. Well, it's doing it fine now. Anyways. Just remember where I put my tags. So of course everybody's tags are different sizes. So I put mine in centered 2 inches in. Well, I guess it would be, what's our seam allowance? Dawn, what's my seam allowance? Dawn's my seam allowance girl. I'll probably find it here. I'm thinking it's 1/4 inch. It's one thing I've made probably 5 bags this week, and I never remember the seam allowances from bag to bag. Actually, I don't think we've even worked with the seam allowance with this yet. 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch. Okay, 1/4 inch. So I'm putting mine centered about 2 1/4 this way centered, and 1 1/4 up-ish. And she opens the door. So 1 1/4 from the bottom, 2 1/4 from the side. Again, place yours wherever you feel it needs to go. Oh wait, sorry, 1 1/4. Yeah, that's right. So that's going to be my cross section. So that's where I'm going to put the center of my thing will be there. So this will sit on here like so. So go ahead and put your nameplate in. Again, there's really, you put your nameplate wherever you like your nameplate to be. Thank you, Don. It's all up to you where you like the placement to be. I found the placement right here was really nice. I liked it on this one, so I'm just repeating it for this one. Nice and straight. Okay. All right, so everybody let me know when you're done that, and then we will move on in a couple minutes here. Put that back there. Stay. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry about Coco. Okay. Dawn is done. Everybody, another minute or so. All right, so now we want to take one of our middle pouches. So this is what we had finished last week, where we made that slip pocket here. So we want to take the one that is for our exterior pouch. Again, I tried to use, in the video, as you probably saw, I tried to use painter's tape. It wouldn't stick to my vinyl, so I just use clips to kind of hold this out of the way, like so, best you can. Just gonna make sure that it doesn't lift up like it's doing right here. You just want this fabric to stay out of the way and not get caught in the seams. Come on. Okay, so then once we have that done and ready to go, we're going to take our two connectors and we're going to start prepping them. So I like to just take a little bit of double-sided tape to hold my ends together. Don't need very much. Outside of the seam allowances. Just like this. I'm going to take my D-rings and bring the connectors wrong sides together. Like so. And same with the other one. Like so. The same length. And then what we want to do is from the raw edge, we want to mark in 3/4 of an inch. So I'm just going to use my table here, mark 3/4 of an inch and 3/4 of an inch, like so. And then with this piece, now this is a little tricky because this is going on a diagonal and we want these to be straight across. So we're going to be using the straight across edge to help us guide that our connectors are straight. So from this top straight edge, we want to measure down, let me double check, make sure I have it right, 1.5 inches. So I'm just putting my ruler 1.5 inches. So it's nice and straight along this line. So I know that my connector is going to be straight. And I'm going to use my ruler as a guide to make sure my connector is straight. You want your D-ring facing towards the center. And then we're going to just move this over like so for the 3/4 of an inch line kind of meets it. So it's kind of on a little bit, that down here will be a little bit more than 3/4 of an inch overhang. You just need approximately 3/4 of an inch overhang, which is what that line helps us. It's just very important that your connector is straight with the top. Oh, cocoa beans. And then just hold that in place with clips, and then we're going to baste these in place. My hands don't want to work. Oh my gosh. I don't know what I'm going to do with her. Okay. Does that make sense? So you can see, even though this is going down sideways, my connector is perfectly straight and parallel with that top edge. And you're going to do the same on the other side. So we're going to use our top edge at 1.5 inches, like so. So it's nice and lined up with the nice straight top edge. Take our other connector, using that line as a guide to make sure that it is nice and straight. Definitely don't want those on an angle. And then we're going to go and we're going to baste those in place. So switch on over here. Hi, Kathy. No problem. We're early today, so I appreciate you popping in early. Are you sewing with us? So even though my connector is straight, I'm holding my connector straight, but I'm still following the line of the bag to baste it on. But my connector is absolutely parallel with this top line. Come on, what are we stuck on? My bobbin's doing something weird. What the heck? There we go. That was weird. Same with the other side, making sure I'm holding it nice and straight, but following the panel shape. But yeah. Okay, sounds good, Kathy. All we did was put on our nameplates and our magnetic snap, and then we're on to the connector rings right now. Oh my gosh, my water's probably super annoying there. Okay. And then we want, you can see how my lines are following the edge here, but my connector kind of looks like it's a pie shape almost here, right? And that's because it is perfectly straight. And then you can go ahead and you can trim off the excess of that connector. Oops, look, I cut it. That's okay, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. There we go. All right, so everybody let me know when you're there. Where do I want to put everything? Trying to make my place look not so cluttered. all my next pieces ready. And for the next step, you are going to want to have your zipper foot on. So I'm going to go and put my zipper foot on to get ready for that while we wait. Once I trim off my interfacing. Okay. Cynthia's done. Okay, Cynthia, go ahead and put your zipper foot on your machine. You guys want to watch me do that? I can let you watch me. I change this foot off so many times during the day. There we go. Get back in there. All right. This and this and this. Shouldn't need this or these. You got it? Perfect. Below the 1.5 inch mark, so 1.5 inches down. I hope. Now I'm double checking myself. Yeah, 1.5 inches from the top edge. The next couple sections are going, this is the part I was talking about. This part, this is going to be super easy. And then it gets harder with the other two, but it's all the same process. So you'll be fine. So I guess I don't need this one yet. So I'm just trimming out my interfacing while I wait because I did not do that. Uh-oh, what's an oops done? Did you do it above the line? Yeah, that'll be too high. Give it another 3 minutes or so. Oh, well, that's good. At least it's easy to pick that out. If you use nice long basting stitches, that is. Where did my pen go? Oh, it's on the floor. Everything ends up on the floor. Ugh. Kathy, where's your name? I really got to learn to put these in alphabetical order. There you are. And then another 2 minutes. figure something out quickly here while we wait. Okay. Another minute. How's everybody making out? Okay, so the next part goes together exactly like a simple pouch. So what we want to do is take some double-sided tape. Again, if your machine doesn't like tape, you can use clips. I'm using double-sided tape for my zipper here. So on this center front main part of the middle section of our bag, so we're working on the middle pouch right now. What we want to do is we want to place this with the pull closing to the left. So our zipper pulls are going to end up going in different directions. Let me show you before we get going. So this is the one done. You can see how the two exterior ones close to the right and the middle one closes to the left. And the reason that is this would get really thick on one side if all of the zipper pulls were on one side, which would be really hard on the flap. So that is kind of evenly distributing the bulk of what is the middle of the bag. So I know it was taking me for a loop the way I was putting this together the first time, so I just followed the instructions perfectly. We want the zipper to be centered best we can. I believe 1/2 inch from each end is about centered, so I'm just going to make little 1/2 inch marks with my chalk, and if I have to adjust, I have to adjust. So we're going to put our zipper right side down with this, nice and centered. So we got our 90-degree angle here. We're sticking that down all the way across. Come on. I'm not used to working with a colored tape. I always work with black. Yeah, it was, for me, it was 1/2 inch from each end. So you can see my tab is 1/2 inch where I made my 1/2 inch line, and my other side was a 1/2 inch. So you can go ahead and you can base that with 1/8 of an inch if you like. I like to skip a step because it's a lot faster, and I'm going to take a lining piece. I'm going to put double-sided tape on the right side. Again, you can use clips to do this. You do not need to use double-sided tape. I just love my double-sided tape. And then we're going to take this lining piece and we're going to put it right sides together with all this, matching up that top line. And mine's a little bit bigger, so that would just be cutting as long as it's somewhat centered. There we go. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and we are going to sew across that zipper with our zipper foot on the machine with 1/4 of an inch seam allowance. Okay. Pop on over there and do that. Beep, beep, bend, bend. And this will be our first pouch section, the middle section. And the zipper foot really helps get a nice and straight, non-wavy zipper because we can get really close to the teeth. Now I'm right where my zipper pull is, so I'm putting my needle down and I'm going to move my zipper pull out of the way. Just like so. And then once we have that done, we want to flip our lining up like this. So our zippers now face up. We want this seam facing down, but we don't want to put our lining down yet. We are going to top stitch through here to hold that seam in place. So we're top stitching through here, right underneath the zipper, but we're keeping the lining out of it. So we're top stitching so the seam is facing downwards with the lining not being caught in except for that seam. Trust me, you'll want to do it that way. It does make it easier to turn with having just that little extra give on that piece. So make sure you pull it nice and taut like this and then top stitch with 1/8 of an inch right along the zipper there. I know that we have all done this. It's going to blow your mind what this does, because really we are just sewing 3 pouches together upon itself. This one being the easiest one. Kind of wishing I'd used rainbow thread. Oh well, too late. Oh, Coco. So this is what we have. We have our zipper pull closing to the left. We have this top stitch just along the exterior side to keep that seam in place. And then you can go ahead and you can flop that down if you wanted to. You could also give that a press if you wanted to. I'm not going to worry about it. It's kind of far enough away. And you can see using a zipper foot how nice and straight that is right along my teeth there. So now we're going to kind of work on our own. Everybody's going to be catching up at their own pace and everything. For the other side of the zipper, we're going to do the exact same thing with the other pieces. So first thing you'll want to do is, of course, fold this out of the way and clip it out of the way. Does everybody understand? It is just like doing a pouch. Are we good to all just go and do this part on our own right now to attach the other side? Ask questions if you have any. Okay. So we're just doing it on the other side of the zipper here. So I'm actually going to start with my lining piece first because we're going to use this as our guide now. So I don't have to be thinking about placement or measuring to get that centered zipper because we've done it already with the other half. Hey, Coco. So I'm going to put this right side up on the lining. Oh, my tape is so sticky. Come on. Got it? Perfect. Okay. Believe it or not, this is what we're going to be doing pretty much for the rest of the class. Okay, I think we're okay. And we're going to keep our zipper foot on for the rest of the class because it's just going to make everything so much easier, especially when we got to get right up nice and close to these connectors here. Okay. Stay down. Okay. Again, we're working with these 2 middle pieces that we have those slip pockets sewn into. And anyone that has completed this already, I know there are a couple of you. If you came up with anything that makes it easier, please do share. Oops. Come on. Sometimes tape is good and bad. Why are you fighting me? See, it's just a little awkward because there's so much bulk with that part all folded up and under. Okay, good. And good. Tuck there, let's fix that. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So now I'm going to go and sew that across there with a 1/4 of an inch seam allowance and do the top stitching as well. Do you guys all see where we're going to be going with this? The first time I made this pattern, I'm like, really? That's it? I was expecting it to be much more complex than it is. Okay, and then once again, I am going to fold the lining up and out of the way. Make sure the seam is pointing downwards, and then top stitch that seam in place with the lining upwards. We do not want to be catching the lining, just the seam in the top stitch. Hi, Karen. No worries. Hope you had a good day. Okay, so give everybody about 5 minutes or so to get to that point, and then we will carry on. Oh, you like that lining fabric? That is just a blender fabric from Fabricland in the quilting cotton section. They had it in so many amazing, vibrant jewel tone colors like this. Like, I just love them. They had it in turquoises and blues and greens, in beiges, in grays. I have most of them. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so we'll give it till about 10:02 and then we'll carry on. I have to clutter my filming space here again. Until I get so cluttered when I am working. How's everybody making out? I really wish that I could hear your voices. Keep going. Am I losing you? Are you still there? I wish I was a better singer. I would sing you all the song. Okay, so now what we're going to do, still going to keep the clips on there. We'll take those off later. What you want to do is you want to open up your zipper, okay? And we're going to put exteriors right sides together and linings right sides together. So the very first thing I'm going to do is on the back of the lining piece, so I don't forget, we are going to leave a generous turning hole. Now my turning hole, I'm pretty much going to make my turning hole right where the straight edge starts. Trust me, you're going to want a big turning hole, especially as we keep going. I found the turning hole in the pattern was just a little bit too small, especially for the last turn. So we're going to keep it as big as we possibly can on the lining side. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to match up our, just like we do for any zipper pouch, we're going to match up our seams. You want your zipper tab to kind of be bending towards the lining fabric. And we are going to clip that in place, like so. And you want those seams to be matched up so we have a really nice straight zipper. So go ahead and clip it all the way around. I always start at the tab side and then I'll go and do the other side and then I will continue around. So flip it over, match up this and this one. Again, you want a nice and seamless line, so you want to make sure they're lined up nice and perfect. Okay. Then once you have those secure, go ahead and clip it everywhere. Don't necessarily have to clip in this area though. I usually put quite a few clips just because I do not want that seam to move, just in that one area on both sides. Seems super easy so far, doesn't it? This is pretty much going to be the assembly the rest of the way. We're just going to have more, like right now we only have this tucked in there. It's going to get intense with how much we're going to have tucked in between our pouch layers like this. So it's a really simple concept and really easy to do. You will want to make sure you have your zipper foot on because we're going to get really bulky in here and the zipper foot is going to allow us to sew right up next to it, which is, you will need it. You will see as we get going. So yeah. And then really it's just the turning that is the last one is the hardest. Truly is. Plus the last one, we also have the flap on it, so that doesn't help. I'm going to try something different that I think might help with that when we get there, so we will see. We will test it out. So sorry about Coco, you guys. Plus she's mad at me because I didn't give her her supper, but it's only because I need to supervise them because she's been going after Benny's special old man food that he has to eat. She likes it better rather than her regular food. Okay, and then once you have it all clipped together, what you're going to do, I know you all know, at the first line here, I'm going to back tack or back stitch about 3 times because I want to have a really, really strong seam at the starts and the stops. And from the lining side, we're going to do 3/8 of an inch seam allowance. And then when we get about 2/3 of the way up, we are going to branch into a 1/4 of an inch seam allowance. And your zipper foot is going to pretty much be right beside that zipper tab at a 1/4 of an inch. You do not want to sew through that zipper tab. You want to be right next to it. And then you're going to sew all the way around the exterior with a 1/4 of an inch seam allowance. And then when you get to the other side, again, you don't want to sew through the angled ends of the zipper. You want to be right next to it, so make sure you're not sewing through them. And then when you're about 1/3 of the way down into the lining again, you're going to branch out into a 3/8 of an inch seam allowance to that next line that we drew and backstitch 3 or 4 times because you want a really, really, really strong backstitch. So when we start turning this through, especially in the later steps, we are not losing our stitches there. Okay, so let's go on over and do that. Oh, Benny. And again, keep your zipper foot on because it is going to make things so much easier as we go. You're going to see it in this, and the reason is you can kind of see the bulk here already. This is going to get this high in bulk, and you're going to have just barely enough of your seam here, so you want your zipper foot to be able to get nice and close to it. Not trying to scare you guys or anything, I'm just trying to explain why you definitely want that zipper foot on this machine. Okay, so again, I'm going to like really go over it a lot with that back stitching and then work my way around. 3/8. And about 2/3 of the way up, I'm going to branch into a 1/4 of an inch and be very aware of where my zipper tab is. Sometimes a stiletto helps hold that fabric in place. Whoops. To get nice and close, you want to make sure. Did it slip? No, I'm good. Cocoa beans, stop. Go nice and close. I can see them right next to that zipper tab. And then make your way around the lining. Make sure this is where the D-rings are. Make sure you're not running over your hardware if it ended up folding down. But you should be okay. 1/4 of an inch all the way around. Kind of see how my bulkiness already is hiding where my zipper foot is on you guys right now. It's gonna get more. Once I get where our zipper is, I'm going to make sure I am, once again, not running over my zipper teeth. I'm going to use my stiletto to make sure everything is staying in place. Go right next to where our zipper, the 90-degree angle part of our zippers were. And kind of pivot, and when you get about that far down, 1/3 or so, you can start branching out to your 3/8 of an inch seam allowance again. And then do a whole bunch of back stitches again just to strengthen that line. And that is done. So I will give everybody about 5 minutes to get there. Let me know when you're done. So you can see that thickness that's already happening there? It's like a little pocket. I'm just going to trim my interfacing while I wait. How's everybody making out? Easy peasy so far, hey? It actually is all easy. Again, it's just dealing with this thickness, and it's not sewing thickness by any means because you're not sewing through any thickness. It's the turning thickness. Oh my gosh. Almost tempted to bring her down here with me. I think I might. Coco, come here. No, Benny, come on. Downstairs. Come on. Come downstairs. I don't like you barking at the window. Come and hang out in the studio and be quiet. Come on, Benny. No. Okay. Would you guys mind if I went upstairs and got the dogs food? I'm going to have them eat down here so I can watch them. Is that okay with everybody, or is that going to be too distracting? They'll be done eating like within like 10 minutes. So, hi Lauren, welcome. We started class an hour early today. Oh, so Titan 650, is that an industrial? I bet you that's like the 1181, right? Okay, I'll be back in 2 minutes while you guys are working on that. I'm just going to get the dogs food so I can watch them. Okay, then. No, stay. Eat your food. All right. So Benny's outside, but I have his food here so I can watch him eat. Awesome, thanks guys. Hopefully she'll be quiet now, but yeah, I have to watch Benny eat his, so. And how are you doing, Lauren? That's okay, Cynthia, I had to feed the dog. She's quiet now. How's everybody making out with this part? Oh no, Dawn, just flip it to the other side. Sew your thing the other way, like you're sewing lefty. You don't have a right-handed zipper foot? A right side zipper foot? The last part I just finished was we took our exterior part, so this is the part where we had those lines all folded in, and our lining parts, and we just made a simple zipper pouch with them. So we left a wide opening in the lining. We stitched up here with 3/8 of an inch seam allowance. When we came to where these zipper tabs were, we made sure we weren't sewing through the zipper tabs. We're sewing beside it at 1/4 of an inch, and then 1/4 of an inch all the way around. Again, on this side, making sure you're not sewing through your zipper tape. 1/4 of an inch to about here, and then 3/8 of an inch, just like any zipper pouch. Oh, Dawn, you need to get a righty. But you should still be able to do it. It'll just feel a little awkward. At least this, you can just sew the zipper with 1/4 of an inch seam allowance. That is fine. So you may be fine with your standard foot as well. But depending how big it is, it might be hard when we get into the bulk, but you should be okay still. Give it another minute or two. Where's everybody at? Got it? Perfect. I said, it seems like it should be a lot more complicated than making pouches, but it is so easy that way. Again, it's just, we're just building a pouch upon a pouch and upon another pouch. And that's where this is like beginning level easy. The first pouch, easy peasy to turn. The next part that we do is going to be another pouch, almost done the exact same way, just a little bit different, a little tougher to turn, but you know what, still not too bad. The last pouch we do, which is the back with the flap, not gonna lie, is a little bit harder. Not to sew, just to turn. I'm not looking forward to that part. Not gonna lie. But it's worth the effort, so. Okay, so we'll give it till about 10 after. We're actually making really good time. Probably didn't have to come on an hour early, but I was just worried because we missed that one class. The makeup classes, they're just getting hard to get that makeup class in with my car breaking down, and it's got to stop. Car's fine, just needs new spark plugs. Where did my mouse go? There it is. Let's make sure I'm not missing any messages. All right. Another minute or so. Hey, if you get used to using the lefty, it'll you may not have to buy a righty. Hi, Coco. Where's your brother? Are you happier now that you ate? Hey, baby. You happier now that you're looking for your brother's food? I see your nose going. You little brat. Not so little brat. Hello, Diane. How are you? We started class early to get the makeup class in, so... But I know you've already finished your take 3. So if you have any pointers or tips, make sure you share with us. We're just to the point we're about to turn the first part, first pouch through, which I know you know that is the easy one to turn. Okay, so now what we're going to do is just on these corners, we're not going to trim too close to these ones, like where our opening is. We're just going to go in a little bit. And we're just going to trim the corners. You don't need to trim all the seam allowances, just the corners. And then just the corners around the exterior for sure, so we can try to get a nice corner when we turn this out. Oh goodness, Coco, go upstairs. Okay. Hey, upstairs. No, go upstairs. That's enough. Upstairs. Oh, she's gonna go hide in the corner. Then once you have that, reach on in and turn it right side out. Now remember, you got all those clips in there. You might want to kind of go in and grab them so they don't get in your way. Now Benny's barking because he doesn't know where his food is because I have it down here. Oh my gosh. Is there a full moon or something? My dogs are just acting extra crazy today. Okay. And go ahead and pull it through. This one's so easy to turn through, this first one. I'm so sorry, Dawn. Go upstairs. Go on. You're too loud. She's just so loud and the mic picks her up. I apologize. Said usually I have somebody home, but nobody is home today. And they're acting out. Aw, Kim. Oh my goodness. I give up. Usually Brady's home and then they're quiet, but it's like they know that I can't punish them for anything. There's a high-pitched noise again? Are you serious? Okay, I'm gonna try something. We'll see if that goes away. Last time I clapped my hands, it went away. It's gone now? Did it go away when I clapped my hands? Because last time it did. I don't know why. I thought it was Coco that was hurting your ears. It's gone now though? Oh my gosh. Okay, so poke out those corners. See, I heard no high-pitched side here. I'm wondering if it stopped when I clapped my hands, because the last time it did that, I have no idea what's causing it. I don't hear it on this side. And my cell phone's way over there, so it's not my phone. It was gone before the clapping. So weird. I have no idea. No idea. I'm glad it's gone, though. Okay. So when you have this all turned out, push your zipper tab up and through. There should be like a little itty bitty hole there because we did not sew through it. I like to take my pointy turning tool or a chopstick just to nicely poke that zipper tab. This is how you get, look how perfect that is. Like, it's like perfect zipper tab. And then this side is okay. No, Coco, out. Make sure the zipper closes, and it does. And then what you want to do is with the lining, poke out your curves with the lining too. And then we're going to fold the raw edges over under. Again, this doesn't have to be perfect, it's just the lining. And then we're going to close this up with the top stitch. So make sure you fold those raw edges in. Did that high-pitched sound, was it like for a long time or just for a little bit? I'll have to rewatch it back. I have no idea. I'm gonna have to research. I mean, it's only happened the one other time. I might have to go get Benny and show him where his food is. Just me. Okay, and here I thought it was Coco that you were complaining about there. Well, let me know if it happens again. Okay, and then go ahead and top stitch that opening closed. I'm going to quickly go around and grab Benny and bring him down to his food so he stops barking. And then I'll come and do mine, so I'll be right back. Okay, Coco, you go upstairs. I'm mad at you. Benny, come here. Upstairs. Benny, come here. Your food's downstairs. Go lay down. All right, I have my old man Benny. So I know you guys have met Coco a lot. I don't know if you've ever met Benny. This is my man. This is Benny. He's my baby. Oh. Want your food? Coco's gonna be mad because I locked her out of the room. Here you go. Okay. Oh my goodness. Well, hopefully it doesn't happen again. I'm so sorry, you guys. I can't hear it on this side. No ringing on this side, so I didn't even know it was happening. I wonder if Coco's bark did something to the microphone. Give it like some sort of feedback or whatever. Now you guys understand why I do voiceover. I wait till the dogs are sleeping. And it's quiet. Or make the kids take the dogs for a walk so I can do it. Now she's gonna whine at the door. Oh my goodness. So you can definitely change your thread so it matches your lining. I'm not worrying about it. All right. Do you know what? It was probably feedback from her bark. I wonder if that happened the last time too. Okay, so once you have that all closed up, you can go ahead and stuff that one back inside. All right. So give everybody till about 20 after to get to that point. Let me know when you're done, but this is what you should have. So you have your slip pocket, you have a slip pocket. These are on your exteriors. You have a complete pouch in the middle. I've got some stray threads there I'm going to burn away. All right. We're getting there. Woohoo! Oh my goodness, look at the dog hair on me. Benny shedding. Benny. And my instructions go. You guys hear her at the door? She's mad. Good boy, Benny, eating your food. She probably is hormonal, and she's 10, so she's probably in perimenopause. I betcha. No, she's always been, she's actually 85% better than she was when we first got her. She was a severely neglected hound dog. Never been for a walk, never been in a car, never had her nails done. She lived in a kennel in the backyard all year round, didn't go into the house. They wanted a cute dog. Hound dogs are so cute. They were a nice enough family, but they just didn't understand that breed. You have to take so much time with them. And this is her so much better. And she has her moments. Today, she's a little more out of sorts than normal. And I think it's because that bear was in our front yard, which is understandable because she's protecting me, right? But she needs to calm down now. Does not like being locked out of this room. All right. So next, what we're going to do, you can set this part aside for now. Now we're going to take our front panel. This is the one that has our snap and our nameplate on. And we are going to do the exact same thing with the lining piece. So we're just doing the lining piece in this panel, except for this time, we are going to be having our zipper closing to the right this time. So you want it to close to the right. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to mark my 1/2 inch lines here, which is because I know that's going to center my zipper nicely with my erasable pen. And again, I'm going to do it just like the other one with my tape. Again, you can use clips. Oops, it's got fuzz all over it. Yeah, it's common here, Kim. I live in between the mountain and the river, and the bears come down for water, so. I'm in the suburbs. I'm not right deep downtown. Downtown is about 15 minutes away from me. Where did my scissors go? I'm losing it. I lost my scissors. Well, we'll use these ones. She is doing her job, but she needs to chillax. Okay, so right side down. So the right sides together with your zipper pull closing to the right. Nice and centered. And this one must have been a little bit shorter than the other ones. So it didn't work out very centered for me this time. I'm going to eyeball it. I may have cut the zipper a little too short. Put her in. Yeah, that's centered. Good. Okay. And then take one lining piece and some more tape. Oh, bears, they're actually quite harmless unless you scare them or they have their cubs with them, but they probably just took it back up to, they tranquilized it and then they take it back up to the mountains. Or if it's injured, then they go, we have a wildlife park here, which is a wild animal kind of rehabilitation type center where they take them there to get better. And of course you can go and see the animals, but then once they're better, they re-release them into the wild. So, okay, so just like the other pouch we did with the front, we're gonna go in, we're gonna stitch that with a 1/4 inch seam allowance and then top stitch just through the exterior panel. I feel bad that she's being so bad today. There's really nothing I can do about it, and I apologize. The joys of working from your home and when there's nobody else home to take care of business, so. Yeah, that's exactly right. Okay, so let's do this. pull out of the way. I like to know what I do with my scissors. Oh, they're right there. Found them. Okay, and again, we are going to push that seam down like so, but keeping the lining up and out of the way. So we are just sewing through. Tell this vinyl feels different than the other vinyl. You want your lining up and out of the way, and we're just sewing through the exterior part and the seam. Okay, and then top stitch that to hold that zipper in place and that seam in place. And again, you're going to feel like your zipper pull is closing the wrong way, but the two exterior pouches close to the right and the middle pouch closes to the left, and it's to reduce the bulk under the flap. Just like so. Looks good. All right, so I'll give everybody about 5 minutes catch up there because the next part is a little bit different. I just noticed I'm doing something way different than the pattern. So it has you top stitch just where the zipper starts and stops, and that just makes this a little freer to move. I did do that on the other one and it was fine. Oops. I didn't notice it. So you can just top stitch there, but really doing it this way works just as good. I know some people do their pouches that way. I didn't. I just kind of went off on my own. Kim, you just need to have a cocoa and then they'll never come in the house. She's quiet now, and Benny is sleeping in his bed, so everything is normal again. Okay, give it another 2 minutes or so. I still have all of you in here, so that's good. That means Coco and the high-pitched sound didn't scare you away. Oh, Kim, yes, I had a beagle before Coco. Same as hound dog, right? Coco's just a bigger version of a beagle, pretty much. My Buster, my beagle, actually caught a rabbit once, and he accidentally killed it, and then he looked so sad. He just wants it to be his friend, but Okay, one more minute and then I'll need your attention to tell you what we're going to do next because it's a little bit different. There, she's crying again. Okay, so now we're going to take this piece, put that under. I'm going to take another lining panel. Once again, we're going to put tape or clip this in place. Again, double-sided tape makes this process so much easier, especially for this pattern. I have to grab my stuff. Okay. And then we are going to put this on top so our lining pieces are right sides together, using your lining piece kind of to make sure this is nice and centered, just like we did with the other pouch, and just like you do with any pouch, like so. Just make sure, half inch, we're good. Okay, so we have the zipper pull going to the right. We're going to look at this pouch, and you want to make sure that the zipper pull is going to the left when they're orientated this way. So with this up high, zipper pulls to the left. Okay, this one, zipper pull is to the right. And yes, now what we want to do, this is where it starts getting crazy. We want to kind of clip this out of the way along that top. We want that top clear. So again, I'm just using clips to kind of pull that down and away. This is the fun part. This is the part that makes me want to cry. Okay, so you have that. What it is we want to clear away this top edge. All right, I'm gonna make sure I'm doing this right. Let me double check. I can kind of envision it. So if it goes like this, nope, that's going to make them go the opposite. We don't want them to be the same way. Okay, I lied. Back up. Okay, we want, flip it over. I'm going to double check. Zippers get confusing. That'll be right sides together. Okay. When you have these up top, you want, okay, sorry guys, don't mean to confuse you. Okay, this panel here, we want the zipper pull going to the right. This panel here, you want the zipper pull going to the right as well. And then you're going to fold all of this out of the way. So when they're both laying down like this, you have the zipper pull to the right, zipper pull to the right. Zipper pull orientation gets so confusing. Oh, cocoa beans, you're fine. If I let her in, she'll bark. So I'm not gonna. Okay, so the goal is to clear that top part. So again, zipper pull to the right, zipper pull to the right, clearing this top edge of this one. So they should be orientated this way. Put your tape along the top here, with everything else folded into the middle. Following me so far, everyone? So it gets a little bit confusing, just trying to figure out the zipper pulls. Now we're going to take this one, and we're going to put it right sides together, and what that's going to do is now this zipper pull is to the left, and this zipper pull is to the right, and that is exactly what we want. So go ahead and stick these right sides together along that top edge. It's not quite centered. Come on. It would help if my hands wanted to work today. There we go. Again, tape makes this so much easier. Again, you can use clips. Just make sure it's all going. Ah, there you go, Diane. Yeah, did you find that it was too bulky? underneath your flap here, because they have them going, the middle one goes to this side and the other ones go this side, and that's to make it so the bulk is even underneath the flap. So I actually messaged her to say, why are we doing it like this? Oh. Did you already sew your zippers on, Dawn? Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go through this just like we did with the other one. 1/4 inch seam allowance. Okay, let me show you again, Dawn. I got to pull it apart. That's okay. I will do this again to show you. Okay, so lay your pieces out like this. So this is that main panel. Okay. So you got your main panel with your magnetic snap. The zipper pull is going to the right, okay? You've got this part, you want the zipper pull going to the right. So when they're both face up like this, they are both closing to the right. Okay, got that? Then what you're going to do is you're going to take this main panel and you're going to put it right sides together with this, and you're going to see now this front panel is closing to the left when the right side's together, and this one is closing to the right, and that is what we want. Does that make sense? And then stick them together and sew across. It's so confusing, I know. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead, and you can see the bulk is getting here, and you're going to see this is why you're going to want that zipper foot on. I'm going to sew across with a 1/4 inch seam allowance, and then pull the lining out of the way and top stitch just through that exterior. Yeah, Dawn, I did it wrong the first time. That's why I corrected myself too. It is confusing. It really is. So simple yet so hard all at the same time. Okay, so let's do this. An inch. Okay, so then once you've got that all sewn across, you're going to go ahead. You're going to hold all of this out of the way, so all of these top parts and that middle part up and out of the way like this, pushing that seam down. So this is what it looks like, and we are going to top stitch through that seam we just sewn. So it feels a little awkward. We are dealing with bulk. You understand it now too, Cynthia? Okay, cool. I'm glad. I almost didn't understand it myself. I've made this bag before. All right. So we will have one more confusing zipper like that too, but we'll get through it. Go ahead and top stitch that in place. Again, you can do it like the pattern and just top stitch from zipper tape, side of the zipper tape, side of the zipper tape. I never noticed that. I didn't do it. Mine turned out fine. And this way I know that my top stitching is going all the way across, but do it however you like. I don't even remember how I did it in the tutorial. Okay. Hi Wanda, no worries. We started an hour early today because we did a makeup class today as well. All right. So once you get here, let me know. Take a big breath. We're almost to the hardest part, and we're making perfect time with this. And I'm glad my dogs are sleeping now. They've calmed down and they're quiet. And how are you, Wanda? Give it about 5 minutes. Have a drink, take a breath, because from here on, is going to get a little intense. Not hard, just intense. Well, a little bit hard in some areas. Got a corner there. I can do it later. This one's turning out super cute though. I'm pleased with it. Oh no, Kim, I just read your story. I missed it. Aw. Aw. Poor bunny. Another 4 minutes or so. How's everybody making out? Oh, Coco's just crying at the door. But if I let her in, she will bark. Oh, did you? And how was it turning it through? Did you want to cry? That third pouch? Yeah, soft vinyl definitely helps with this. I think doing it in all cotton definitely would have made it a lot easier too, but of course I chose all vinyl. Dawn's done. Give it 1 more minute. Said you expect this to be so much more complicated than it is, but it's really quite easy. It's just the toughest part is working with the bulk with the turning. Not the sewing of the bulk, just the bulk that's all in the middle, and you are about to experience that bulk. Okay, Cynthia's done. So to move on, now what we want to do is we want to take this middle section and you want it to be squished as much as it possibly can into the middle here. We don't want to be sewing, oh, I broke a clip. We don't want to be sewing through it, right? So make sure your D-rings are in. This is all just going to be tucked into this middle. In the pattern, she uses tape to do this, but my tape didn't hold it, but I am using vinyl. Okay, so once you kind of have that like that, we're going to undo the zipper. And just like we did before, we're going to do right sides together. We're going to leave a generous opening in the bottom of the lining. And we are going to sew this exactly like we did with that first middle pouch. The only difference is we are going to have all of that bulk in between. So you want to make sure you're not sewing through it. So go ahead, match your seams, clip it all the way around, making sure you're tucking all of that inside. And then sew it just like you did with the other ones. Just rinse and repeat. It just kind of like it goes up a level because you're dealing with more bulk with each pouch. So this one's like the intermediate level of creating a pouch. And then the last one is like the end boss in a video game or something. Like, it's just crazy. Now the lining side is pretty easy. This side here, I suggest using a lot of clips. As Wanda said, she used double-sided tape to hold the sides together. I'm okay with a lot of clips, but do what works for you for sure. You just want to make sure you're not going to be catching any of that middle pouch in here. And you guys are probably going to get a glimpse of what's going to happen with the third one, because all of this of what we're doing right here is going to be sandwiched in between the final panels, as well as the flap. Oh yeah, okay, so Wanda said she did an extra row of stitching for sewing the third pouch together with all of the bulk in between the layers. Yeah, you can do that too. Kind of judge based on what materials you're using, but definitely another row of stitching on the third one will just help solidify it a little bit more, especially when you're going to be turning through. Oh my gosh, Coco needs to stop crying. Okay, so squish, squish, squish. See, I'm squishing it all inside. I said, and this one's not too bad. It's just the last pouch that's a little bit hard. So we're going to use the same seam allowances. The exterior is going to be 1/4 of an inch. And the lining, we will branch bigger to 3/8 of an inch. And then turn it through, clip your corners, turn it through the exact same way that we did the first one. Said the trick will be whether my hands can turn it through. Because my carpal tunnel's so bad, I might have to wait for Dave to come home with the very last one. We will see. But once you turn that through and close it up, the bag is done. So, well, besides putting the handle on. Yours is all vinyl, so is mine, Wanda. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and sew this together. Again, being very aware of your zip panels or your zipper ends and the bulk in between, that you're not sewing through any of that stuff. Oops, no, I stitched that. Oh, cocoa beans. Okay, and I found that if you kind of tip it up like this where it gets thicker, it's easier to just get the seam to go a little bit flatter to sew. Again, I have my stiletto here to hold things in place. But yeah, I found pushing it up like this just really helped get into that seam really good. Make sure I'm still lined up. I am. I don't know why this helps to do it this way, but it definitely does, in my opinion, to hold it up. And my zipper foot is right next to all that bulk. I don't think I could do this with my standard foot. And would you believe I just ran out of bobbin thread? I'm gonna cry. No. Not today, bobbin. Oh my gosh, I ran out of bobbin thread. Okay, let me just get it. I have a full bobbin in the in my Tommy, and we'll revisit this. Man, I haven't run out of bobbin thread in so long. That's hilarious. Grab this bobbin. I don't wind another one. I thought that one would be enough. I believe this one will be enough. Okay. Cry. Empty bobbin. I'm glad I noticed it and didn't get all the way around, because then I would be very, very sad. Okay. Do it again. Start right there. But if I had run out on the last one, I would have been upset. Hopefully, I have enough to do the whole bag now. We will see. All in there. Definitely helps to pull it up like this. Super concentration. I actually think I'm going to do what Wanda did and do an extra row of stitching, mainly because my exterior vinyl is white and my stitching thread is black, and I want to make sure I'm not going to be able to see my stitches if it gets stressed out. And I know I won't want to turn this out again once I have it out, so I'm going to do that just to be safe. And then I might wind another bobbin. Okay, so again, I'm just going to go through on my exterior piece. An extra row of stitching, an 1/8 of an inch in from the other stitching into the seam allowance, just to strengthen those stitches a little bit more. That's a good idea, Wanda. If you're doing all cotton, you probably don't need to do that. Deep breaths. Pray I didn't sew through anything. Okay, and then just like we did before, we're going to just take our pinking shears or notch our corners a little bit without cutting our stitches. You can see where I did the double row of stitching. Oops. Oh, my hands do not work today. And then go ahead and turn this through. I'm going to try to remove as many clips as I can first. And then this one will be a little tougher to turn out. But not the toughest. That's coming up still. Because for the last step, you're going to turn all of this through like this. Again, it probably wouldn't be so tough if I had used all cotton, but of course I have all vinyl exterior, so I've done it to myself. And I didn't use a soft vinyl. A soft vinyl would definitely be a better choice too. But I really want to use these novelty vinyls, and they're going to be so cute and worth it. So you just want to be careful that you aren't pulling your stitches so much that it's going to rip or what have you, because you will want to do that. Okay. Oh, there's a mystery clip right there still. Whew. Funny how turning can work up a sweat. Almost through. Almost through. Almost there. You want to be sure you're not pulling too hard on this middle one, because you could pop these stitches where we have those slip pockets. I learned that with her Kiara bag. It's very similar to this one. It has the multiple pouches and everything goes together almost exactly the same, just slightly different. So okay, got all your corners. I'm so not looking forward to that last pouch. I'm gonna cry already. Okay, once you have it all turned out, you can once again go ahead and close up that lining. Then we're going to take a break from this part of it, just for a few minutes to put our flap on. Again, pop out your... Look how perfect that zipper end is though. Like seriously, look how perfect. It's perfect. I love it. And I am really glad I did the double row of stitching, because I can see that if I didn't, I would have been able to see my stitches through there. So thank you, Wanda. Just because I was using such a contrasting... Okay, so that looks good. And do you know what? I messed up the zippers. Oh no, I didn't. They're right. Forget it. I didn't mess them up. I just have one closed and one open. Okay, so I'm going to close up the opening in the bottom of this one. And we're so close to being done. Awesome, Wanda. That'll be so nice when you share that. Oh, cocoa beans. Do you see it coming together here? Scared to let Coco in because I think she'll start barking, and that might bring that high-pitched sound back again. You're committed now, Dawn. See, the second pouch turned through okay. Okay, so I'm going to go and close this. I warned you guys. Okay, close this up. No, she's fine. She's just going to whine. just sad she's not getting her way, but she wasn't being a very good girl. All right. Okay, so while you guys are doing that, I'm actually going to wind another bobbin because I definitely do not want to... Oh, I did take it into the machine. I'm sorry. I definitely don't want to run out of bobbin thread on that last pouch. So you stick your pouch in, spread it all out. Look how nice it's starting to look. And your zipper pulls, I did do it right, are going opposite directions. See? Just like that. You can see how it's starting to form up. Okay, so I'm going to quickly wind myself a fresh bobbin. And you know what? I'm going to have enough. I'm not going to worry about it. It'll be fine. And if it's not, I'll cry. Alrighty. So that you can put aside for now. You guys let me know. I'll give you about 5 minutes till about 5 after, and then we will move on to the next step. Once I get myself reacquainted with it. Okay. Ah, yes, I remember. It's gonna be fun. Get my air facing all cut out. It totally could be made as a double. Very easily. Now that you understand the steps of it, it'd be nice to be done now. But the triple is pretty impressive. But you can now see why, like, it's done with the magnetic snap, and some will be doing it with the turn lock, but you can see why I was saying be cautious, because I'd be so scared about accidentally pulling that male part of the turn lock off when you're pulling it through. So, not to say you can't do it, I just don't think I would, because I think it would make me cry. Okay, so Cynthia, you did yours in all fabric and it wasn't hard to turn out. So those of us doing it in vinyl have done this to ourselves. Absolutely. So give it till about 5 after. Wanda, no. So what my car was doing, I have a 2015 Volkswagen Jetta. I just paid it off. I got it when it was brand new. My warranty ran out a month ago, and my husband was driving it, and the EPC light came on. The car lost power, so we pulled to the side of the road, turned it off, and turned it back on, and all was fine. It happened twice, both times in rainy weather. So finally got the car in yesterday, and they had it all day. I was so unimpressed because it shouldn't have been all day. My appointment was at 8:30, and they didn't even come and get me till like 4:30, quarter to 5. So they did an oil change and everything for me as well. And then what they say is wrong is it needs new spark plugs and coils. And I'm like, yay, well, that's easy. Like, that shouldn't cost too much. Spark plugs are $20 each, and I think I need like 6 or something. And yeah, and then they told me it was going to be $750 for them to do the spark plugs and coils for me. Would I like them to do that today? I'm like, no, I don't want you to do that for me today. So my dad is a retired millwright and mechanic, and I have like 6 uncles that are mechanics, but I mean, you don't always want to always be running to them going, please help me. And I always took my car there because of the warranty. So my dad is going to fix them. There's probably only one. It may not even happen for a while, but we need it to be working well because Dave has to drive it at an hour and a half each way to work every day. So we need it running well. And so my dad has ordered in the parts. The parts came to $150. He says it's going to take him 1 hour to do it only. So my dad's going to fix it as soon as the parts come. And then all it's going to cost me is I get to take my dad out for lunch one day. So yay, thank you, Daddy. But yeah, it's just unreal. So they gave me that big dollar bill, or like how much it's going to cost. I'm like, what? And then they're like, or if you like, we can show you a 2023 Jetta and we can get you into a new car. I'm like, you're totally taking advantage of me. You're thinking I'm dumb or something. Like, so no. My car only has 100,000 kilometers on it. Like, it's not bad at all. So that's the story of my Jetta. My Jetta's name is Stella, by the way. I got her for my 40th birthday. Yeah. All right. So next, we are going to work on our flaps. So I'm going to take my chalk, and you want to find the exact center of this straight piece here on the bottom of the flap. So mine is 6.5 inches, so at about 3.25 inches, I'm going to just make a line there and make sure that is definitely center. 3.25, 3.25. Yours may be off a little bit from mine, depending how you trimmed it around or what have you. And then on this one, we also want to find the center. So I'm just going to clip snip it. So this is the other one that has the Decavo Light or the EV Fuse Heavy on the back. It should be the only one you have left. I'm going to clip my centers. Yeah, so ridiculous, Wanda. You have no idea. So I'm just going to make sure that that is definitely center. So this is 4.5 and 4.5, so that's good. And then from that center mark, we want to, first of all, we're going to measure down, I think it's 1.5 inches from that top edge. So I'm going to take my my Soline Air Erasing pen, and I'm going to measure down 1.5 inches. I'm going to draw a line across. And I'm also going to just draw a line for that center part there. Okay. So this is right side up. On the wrong side of this, I'm going to use some double-sided tape to hold this in place. Oops. Just 1/4 inch. Where's my end of it? So on the wrong side of the flap along that straight edge. So all raw edges of this flap show, all of them. I'm hanging over too much. No, we're good. Or all edges. I mean, you may have done this as a turned one too, and that's fine. Okay, and then you're going to take that tape off. And we are going to put this centered. So I'm following this center line and this center line all the way down and placing it along that line, perfectly centered. Then use my tape to secure that in place. And then I'm just going to double check that I am centered. So from here to here, 3/8, from here to here, 3/8. I'm nice and centered, like that. Does that make sense? So they're both right side up. So you should have the one where you're going to be attaching your handle here and your back right side up. Everything lined up along that line. Okay. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to go across, following that top stitching line we already had here. We're going to go across that original 1/8 of an inch top stitching line, back stitch on each side. Usually I would pull my threads through to the back. I'm not going to with this one because I want to guarantee that this is not going to pull off. And normally it would be fine, but I just think my tack stitches are going to be, or my back stitches are going to be a lot more secure. Once you've done that, you're going to go in with a 1/4 of an inch seam allowance or an 1/8 of an inch away from that top stitch line, and do another row of top stitching. So you have going over this 1/8 of an inch line that we already have here, just in the flap, not going over here, just in the flap. And then an 1/8 of an inch away from that top stitch line, you're going to go ahead and do another one back stitching on each side. Okay? I don't believe it's already 10 after 5. I am so glad we started this class early. Okay, where's my mouse? There it is. All right, so let's do this. So I am going to put my needle down right where that top stitching corner was, because I don't want to go over it too much. Okay. Pull up my strands. Go ahead. Oops. She made a weird noise. That's not good. We're okay. Follow it as close as you can. I'm going to just kind of watch where I'm putting my needle down. Back stitch. Okay, and again, I'm just going to take my lighter because I'm using a bonded thread, and then I'm going to go in with another row of top stitching, an 1/8 of an inch away from that, or a 1/4 of an inch away from the edge there. And I'm going to make sure I'm starting right where my other top stitching on the side was, and then back stitch. Okay. See, that part's easy. Just remember, we got to pull this flap through all of those layers. Okay, and then the last thing we need to do to prep this flap is we want to give it a little bit of rivet stability. So in between, can you see my stitch lines there? How there's 2 parallel lines? So how many did I do here? I actually did 3. So I'm going to do a rivet here and a rivet here in between those parallel lines, and then I'm also going to do one in the middle. The in the middle one is not in the pattern. I just like the way it looks, and I just think it just gives it just that little bit more. Now another thing that could be really pretty, you could do a bunch of them if you wanted to. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do all my rivets there. So use my Japanese screw punch. Careful not to accidentally cut your top stitching lines. I lost my good Japanese screw punch. I don't know where it is. Okay, where's my... Let go. We're almost there, I promise. Again, make sure you're not cutting your stitching. And I am also going to put, I know it adds more thickness, but I do want these to be super stable, so I'm going to put scraps of Decaville Heavy in behind each of those. So what I do with my Peltex and my Decaville Heavy scraps, rather than throwing them away, I have a bin here that I cut up all of my, oh look, that's a present, all of my scraps up in, and then they're ready there for when I need them to back my rivets and such. Look how messy my desk is again. Man, oh man. I don't think I got that one super centered. Oh well. Oh, maybe I did. Never mind. I'm all good. That's not quite centered. Nah, it's fine. And I'm going to curse myself because I'm adding a little more thickness here, but I just really think it needs it. Squish this up a little bit to get it up and in there. All right. So we're almost there. I'll give everybody about 5 minutes or so to get there, and then the last half hour we will spend doing this last pouch. How's everybody making out so far? Are we all good? Are we breathing still? My top coat did something weird on this one. It's the iridescent top coat, but it kind of has a pearly finish right on this side. It's fine. Oh, cocoa beans. Just breaking my heart. We're not finished yet. You got this done. We're not even to the hard part yet. But we're almost there. And it'll be fine. It's not intimidating. I said the only thing that's hard is turning it through, but it's just making pouch after pouch after pouch. It's really not hard at all. Just got to take it slow. Three more minutes and we'll continue. It's okay, Dawn. You got this. Because now we're just doing more pouches. Another pouch. It's just the squishing of all the guts of it. But you are going to feel so amazing when it's done. And so proud of yourself when it's done. What level does she say this is? The instructions are written to accommodate a wide range of skill levels. The pattern requires basic sewing skills and familiarity with reading sewing patterns, making this an intermediate level pattern. Actually, the sewing part of it is easy. It's a beginner pattern, I think. It's just the awkwardness of turning it through. Okay, Cynthia's done. I can't wait to see Annie's. She's got like a Loki magnetic snap from Thor. I just love Loki. It's amazing looking. The snap and her fabric. It's going to be a fun one. Let me clear some of this away while we wait. Well, I'm going to still need those. Don't need these. Done with that for now. I'm going to need that. I'm going to give it one more minute. I'm so glad we started an hour early. We're going to get done just on time. Yay. Are you guys having fun at least? It's fun, right? Think of all the new skills we are learning together right now. I mean, I'm learning so much from this one as well. I learn a lot from all of them, to be honest. Yeah, you saw that too on the page. Hey, it's amazing. Okay, so once again, we're going to take our flap here, and what we want to do is we want to get it out of the way because we want to free up this top edge. So kind of fold the flap down. You can fold it right along, it's fine. And then kind of hold it there with a clip so it's out of the way. Okay? I'm going to once again mark in my 1/2 inch that I think it's going to be for the centered. Again, I don't know if this is how much is from end to end. It just helps give me a little bit better of a visual when I'm centering my zipper tape. I am really bad at marking in the center of my zipper tape. I never get it right. I don't know. So this works for me. So we're going to do exactly like we did before. You can see why double-sided tape helps, but again, clips are fine too. And put everything away. Okay, so we are going to put our zipper right side down, this time the pull closing to the left. Is that right? Yes, it is. Okay, nice and centered. Not quite centered. Come on, Brandy, you got this. It's hard to have it over the table. Usually I work like this. See how I have it up to my face? But I'm trying to show you guys so it's like a little bit of a different posture for me when I'm teaching it. Okay, now we're centered. Nice. No, we're not. 3rd time's the charm. Okay, I'm going to put it up like this. I'm sorry. I gotta. There we go. Okay. Yes, EB Fuse Heavy, Melissa, is better than Decibel Light in my opinion. It's woven. EB Fuse Light is like SF101. EB Fuse Heavy is like Decibel Light. And EB Fuse Medium is like an 809. Oops. Okay. Then you're going to take a lining piece. We're just doing the exact same thing we did with the other pouches. So then you're going to put this right sides together with that. Sew across there with a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Flip the lining out of the way and top stitch through the exterior panel. And then we're to the juicy part. I honestly will never use EB Fuse or Decibel Light ever again. And I used to sell it. I love the EB Fuse products. They just adhere so much better, and I don't know. I like them. And I find that they get the same job done. All right, so I'm going to sew across here. Again, it's just rinse and repeat. We're just doing the same things over and over again. I got to let Benny out first, though, in case he's got to go to the bathroom. So Coco may come in. We will see. Not even there. There you go. She's coming down, though. She's a-coming. I hear her. But Benny has to go outside, so I had to let him out. There's Miss Cocoa Beans. Dawn, how's that zipper foot working for you? Okay, once again, folding. You're going to have to unclip your flap now. Maybe. Whoops. Maybe not. I want this to be up and out of the way. No, you didn't have to unclip the flap. It's just trying to get that seam to face down. So I'm going to finger press it. There we go. And then top stitch through there. Exactly like we did with the other two pouches. Okay, so that part's done. Okay, 5 minutes to get to there, and then 5:30 we're gonna finish this baby up. Hopefully. You should really go back to where you got your machine and definitely purchase the right side zipper foot. The right side zipper foot is the one I use the majority of the time when I need a zipper foot. I only use the left zipper foot when I want to get really close and next to hardware, like rectangular rings or something, when I'm sewing on connectors. But my right one I always use for binding. I always use for my zippers. Look, we've only got 3 pieces to put together. My table's so shaky. My brother's messaging me. I'm just going to check what he's saying here. Oh, he's just sending me TikToks. Silly. Hi, Nicole. How's your grandson? Couple more minutes. How's everybody making out? We're so close to being done. One more minute. Even the extended class goes pretty fast, hey? Getting there, okay? Oh, that's good, Nicole. I'm glad he's okay. Sorry, talking to my dad. We are actually, my mom's 68th birthday is coming up on the 21st, and my dad and I, which means me, we're trying to have a surprise birthday for her because she hasn't seen her brothers in a little while, my uncles, so we're trying to get everybody together. So my dad's messaging me, meaning I'm planning it. He's just giving me ideas of what he wants me to do. So All right. Are you ready, Dawn and Cynthia? So, we're going to once again do the same. Take your lining piece. You can see why I like the double-sided tape for this one, for sure. Breathe in and out. Put our lining pieces right sides together with the zipper nice and centered. This is the easy part. Stick it down. So the zipper tape's right side up, like so. Mine's not centered. Try again. That looks good. Looks good. That's better. I'm just going to double check that this is good. And good? Yep. All right. You ready? So, all of this part we're finished. We want to squish into the middle because, or first we'll just do this top part. How about that? We'll practice with this. We want to have this cleared to attach to there. So, I'm actually going to grab my bigger clips. You just want this out of the way. And this probably isn't going to help much. It's not. Okay, and then along this top edge, my clips aren't helping at all. I'm just going to have to do it by whatever. Awesome, Kathy. We'll see you again, hopefully. Message me if you need help with anything. So again, zipper tape along the top. Again, I can't clip these. It's just too thick with the vinyl. So I'm just going to be holding it in place all the way across. Out. Okay, so make sure you're folding those out of the way, and we're just going to attach this nice and centered to the zipper. And then once again, like we did with the other sides of the pouches, we're going to sew this with a 1/4 inch seam allowance and then top stitch just through the exterior with the lining out of the way. That's not right. I'm having issues with centering today, and I have my centers marked, which, okay, I got to hold it up like this. Okay. This isn't the hard part yet. Okay, so go ahead and do that. So it's going to be sticking up like this. I'm going to sew through there with a 1/4 inch and then do the top stitching as well. Where's my mouse? There it is. I'm glad Coco calmed down. Oh, yeah, I changed it over. Okay. So again, you want to make sure everything is out of the way. I feel like my zipper pulls in the way. Okay. Whew. Here we go. It looks so weird, doesn't it? Now we want to have the lining up and out of the way. Make sure that seam is going towards that panel, and we are going to top stitch right behind these, right along here. Making sure your seam is pointing down. We're almost done with the sewing part. Almost done. Breathe, Dawn. You're not even to the hard part yet. The next part is a little frustrating. I won't lie to you, but we got this. It's all good. Okay. Alrighty. So, this is what we got so far. So we want to undo this. We want to undo the zipper. I am going to suggest putting, I don't know if that'll work. I'm just gonna, no, that won't work. Okay, so you're undoing the zipper. Once again, we want to bring this raw edge one with that one. So do you know what that means? Do you know what? This might work. I'm gonna try to put my, I'm gonna fold my, no, that doesn't work. I wanted that to work so bad. So we're gonna have to fold all of this up into each other. I'm probably just gonna squish as I go because my clips are not gonna hold it. You gotta make sure the flap is out of the way. You're gonna be folding everything up and out of the way. So I'm gonna start with actually matching up my bottoms of the front mains, front and back mains. And you're going to clip and stuff as you go. Now Wanda said that she used double-sided tape here and it helped. I'm just gonna go with 1,000,001 clips myself because my dexterity today seems to be having issues. And when it comes to this turning hole, you want to leave it big. Like for this one, I actually think I am going to leave almost the whole bottom open. I'm just going to sew down the sides and I will bake this curve later on because I want this to be so big. So I would say sew straight down, and then when we bring it through later, we can go ahead and we can make that shape. Nobody's going to know if we don't get that shape perfect. It's the lining. So, but you're going to want a ginormous turning hole, like bigger than the other ones, trust me. So unless you're using all cotton, then you won't have a problem. So let's go ahead, start doing that, stuff everything in, and then we are going to sew this in the exact same manner we did with all the other pouches, except you're going to be squishing all of this thickness inside. Check it out. Make sure you're matching up these. This is why you're going to want your zipper foot. And clip as you go here. Stuff. You don't want to be getting any hardware. You don't want to be getting any flaps. You don't want to get any of the good. So it's actually, even with vinyl, completely domestic machine friendly because there isn't a lot of interfacing. There's not a lot of layers that we're sewing through. It's just that we got to stuff all this through, like so. And it's going to look like a hot mess. Uh-oh. Coco is barking at someone. Ow. She was quiet for about an hour, I guess. And this is actually where I'm glad I'm using the EB2's heavy, because it won't wrinkle upon turning. I would be scared that the Decibel light would pull off, because I have the worst luck when it comes to fusing that, but that could just be a me thing. Broken clip. So I'm just kind of squishing it all in, making sure I only have the 2 layers of vinyl. This is what it looks like on the inside there. Look at, ooh, it's all squished in. So once I have this all clipped, I'm going to go ahead and I am going to sew it the exact same way. I am going to do what Wanda did and do 2 rows of, definitely do 2 rows of stitching just to secure that seam a little bit more because I am using thicker vinyls. But I think it's going to be so worth it. Nicole, I'm with you. So do I. That's why I was so glad that Emmeline came up with her own product. I love it. Okay. get in there. So yeah, you're gonna have to be very, very aware of where everything is. Did I undo my zipper? Yes, I did. Good. Double check your zippers undone. Make sure you're not sewing through any hardware or zippers. Just stuff in. It's gonna be a hot mess. But I do like Decaville Heavy. I prefer Decaville Heavy over Peltex. But I'll work with both. But that's really just some base stabilizer. I like the feel of the Decaville Heavy for that. Okay, squish it in. I mean, seriously, right? And again, when you go to turn this through, because we're going to, Wanda says, at this point, I tape and pin one side of the main pouch, sewed it together, then did the other side. The final taped and pinned the bottom lining part is super easy. Oh, look at you. So Wanda did it in sections. That could be an idea too. I guess then you're not stuffing it all in the middle. I'm not going to unclip this though, because I'm invested already, but that would only mean you're stuffing it on the one side. That would have been a good idea. Good pointer. Again, I could undo all this, but I'm not gonna. I'll show you guys how to do it the harder way. This is the way the pattern does it. Wanda's way sounds better. This isn't quite matched up. Come on. Come on, baby. Match up. There we go. Ooh, my tummy's growling. Supper's going to taste good. Dave's not home yet, which means he's working late, I'm sure. It's probably just me, myself, and I for dinner. Which is good. I'm watching The Crown again to get ready for the next season. I've seen them already. I just love them. Oh, your clips won't stay tipped. Dawn, read how Wanda did it and try her way, because I think that might work well for you. Wonder why your clips won't stay clipped. Okay, so this is what this looks like. Wanda's way will work because you really only have to stuff the right way. So read Wanda's way and try it that way and tell me how it works. I'm going to do it this hard way. Oops, I got one more side. Just because I've done it before and I've already invested with my clips. So. That is what I love about this group. That, I mean, Wanda is the star of the class because she got hers done early, just like Diane. But you guys try Wanda's way because I honestly think it is going to be the better way to do it. I'm just too lazy to unclip, to be honest. So, and I know I can get it done this way because I've done it before. All right, I better check my bobbin thread to make sure I have enough. I think I do. And let me know how Wanda's way works. I think it actually would be brilliant. Okay, here I go. This is my least favorite part. Well, no, the turning is my least favorite part. This is my second to least favorite part. It's so awkward. The lining side is easy. It's just when you get to this exterior side. I'm gonna make sure. Thank you, Wanda, for the amazing tip. just love how we can all teach each other. It's amazing. Okay, I feel something in that corner. Everybody watching, cheering us on. This is tough. Again, cotton fabrics, it wouldn't be tough. I think it would be super easy. But I think the three of us are all on industrial machines, and we're pushing the limits. And it's going to be worth it. Sometimes having an industrial machine where you can use the thicker materials and everything can be a curse in itself, because some patterns definitely aren't written for industrial machine type stuff, but we don't seem to listen. Whew, halfway there. This one does definitely hurt your hands even at this stage, because you're holding things together so tight with your hands. I am anyways. Better not run out of bobbin thread or I will cry. My bobbin's making weird sound, which isn't making me very happy. Which means I'm probably running out soon. I just gotta get past this exterior part, and then I don't care if I run out on the lining. Okay. Hopefully I didn't sew through anything I wasn't supposed to. Oh. And guess who ran out of bobbin thread? That's okay. Got another one here. But I got past the main part, so that's all that matters. Ran out of bobbin thread again. And I've got this much left on this bobbin. Okay. I'm obviously not very good at judging it. But yeah, my bobbin makes a weird tinging sound when it's running out. Get in there. How are you ladies making out? Okay. Start back in here just to secure that a little more. Good, and then I'm just going to go through that exterior side as much as I don't want to with another line of stitching. That's one of my bobbins. There we go. Almost done? Nice. I'm going through with my second row of stitching here now. My thread keeps breaking. I might need a new needle. I'll Almost done. We'll get her done. I find when it's time to change my needle, my thread breaks. But I don't want to change my needle right now because I am seriously so close to being done. Try to get it around a little bit more. And then tomorrow is actually my full Fridays. I always service my machines. I oil them. I change the needles. I usually change my needles once a week. That's usually after 3 or 4 projects. That's how I find I can get most of my needle length to go that way. Rethread my bobbin. Oh, Cynthia, you beat me. How did it work doing it Wanda's way? Was it good? Did you sew it? Or did you just clip it? What stage are you at? If you've turned it out already, I'm even more impressed. There we go. Okay, let's get this done. And then you gotta pray that you didn't sew through anything you weren't supposed to sew through. I'm thinking, Wanda, that your way is the smart way of doing it. I truly am. I think we're good. Okay. I hope I didn't sew through my zipper. Going around again. All right. So, this is what we've got to turn through. This bottom. Hard part is that little itty bitty zipper. I found once you could get that flap through, so that's what I go for first, is that flap. It helps a little bit. But now it's just going to work at it. And last time this took me like half an hour. So let's see if it's better for me this time. It's already almost 6 o'clock, so we'll work on this for about 8 minutes. And then what we don't get done, we will do on our own. And then all that's left to do after that is to seal up the bottom and then seal and then add that top handle. That's it, and we're done. This is a great group. Wanda, that was an amazing tip. Completely amazing. Oh my gosh. So you do got to be very careful that you don't pull on something so hard that you pull it out of the seam. But if you can get that flap through, there's my flap right there. If I can get that through safely without it pulling off, then it should come nicely. Who watched my tutorial of me turning this? It was, oh my gosh. Dawn, how are you doing? Come on. So this part here is my least favorite part. It doesn't help that I have really bad wrists. I must say it is coming out faster than my first one did. Yeah, you might need to take a couple days to turn it out. I would be scared to get my husband to turn this out because mine's actually starting to come. He's got huge hands and he's super strong. I'd be scared that he would wreck it. But he does turn out most of my bags. Oh, yay! It works! Perfect, Wanda! Such a great idea. Hey, I need an epidural. Yeah, Rebecca, hi, I'm trying to, but it's stuck. My flap's like right there. I got it like a third of the way through, but it's stuck. But thank you. There goes, it's coming. As soon as, that's like the head of the baby. If it comes out first, then it comes through so easy. It's just a matter of getting it through. Now, I am glad I did not use glitter vinyl. Can you imagine? The flop's coming. And hi, Rebecca. I didn't see you pop in there. How are you doing? This one is going so much better than my first one with the turning. Yay! It's crowning. And I'm sweating. Okay. I want to pull it off by accident. Having babies was easier. Hi, Maddie. I need the gas. I had lots of laughing gas with mine. Please, bring it on. They didn't give me an epidural back then. That came years later, I guess. It's coming. Whew. Okay. But yes, if you can get that flap out, it does definitely helps get it to come out a little easier. Like this one is turning out much faster than my first one did. I got this. Okay. Starting to punch it from the inside. It's definitely a workout. Especially if you use vinyl. But look at, the end is near. Woo! This one turned much, much easier. I swear that first one took me 20 minutes to turn. But my flap wasn't positioned in a way that I could get at it. This time I just fluked at it, I think. Fish out all of those seams. I'm so happy. I was actually super nervous about turning it out on camera. So it all looks good. Poking through. Poking through. But you can tell it's actually really, really, really simple. I got it. Look at, woohoo. So I'm just going to stuff this in, and then you just got to pray that your magnetic snap matches up, and mine does. So all I have left to do is to sew up the bottom. You can still see where the magnetic snap was, but hey, it is what it is. Do you know what? From a distance, in person, you can't, but in the light, you can definitely see where my magnetic snap of my foam and everything was. You can on the other one too, but it's all good. But yeah, it's done. So all you have left to do is to install your little grab handle. This one here, I just rivet mine on just like any handle. Clip on your crossbody strap, and then you got this incredibly cute little bag. I'm going to sew up the bottom quickly. I'm just so happy it's done. Yay! With 1 minute to spare. How about that? Actually, I guess we'd managed to do it in an hour less than we usually would have because I was sick for that 2-hour class. Aw, Kim, you missed the excitement. I'm going to sew this shut and then we are done. What did you guys think of this class? Was it okay? I said we did it, managed to do it in like 3.5 classes. We probably would have done it in 3.5 classes regardless of me having a sick day. We just would have been done earlier on the Thursday, the last day. How's Dawn making out? Are you turning it out yet? Drive safe, Kim. We'll talk soon. I know it. Okay, I'm just going to sew this across. I'm so happy it's done. I was super stressed out about that last pouch because when I did the tutorial part, it did not go that smooth. Oh, thanks, Kim. Has everybody got their patterns for next week and have the coupon codes to get those patterns for next week? Who's sticking with us for next month? The Dandelion by Blue Calla on Thursday and the Melanie by Cassiopeia on the Tuesday. I hope you'll all be joining us again. Again, I just so love this group. Oh my gosh, you can definitely see how messy my background is. Okay, so I'm going to put the whatchamacallit on later. So that's what we got. We got the 3 zipper pulls all going different directions. My snap works. I just got to put my handle on. And then I got 2. Which will hopefully be super cute enough to sell at market. I think it's a super cute pattern. You have your patterns, Lexi? Excellent. Doing yours in the morning. You guys all have your codes. I don't believe we're done. Another 2 bags. These months just go so fast. So happy. And I'm really, really pleased with how this one turned out. I just wish that my magnetic snap didn't show through so much, but I don't know how. And again, it's only in the light that you can really catch it. And I wouldn't want to add any more thickness into that to try to hide it. Okay, if you guys don't have the patterns, the coupon codes are good to tomorrow. So if you need it, definitely take a look in the group, the subgroups on the Facebook page, because it has them listed there. And I already have, because I think I know which ones are going to be winning for November, and I've already touched base with those 2 designers, and I have codes for that, and I will be launching those tomorrow if those 2 bags win. So pretty sure they are, though. They're in the lead. So I'm excited and very happy that the designers were able to give us a deal again. One of the deals is amazing. I can't wait to share with you, but I can't till tomorrow when I know that that bag wins. All right. Yay! And I hope I'll see you guys all in October. I don't believe it's already October. Like, what the heck? Wow. So yeah, thank you so much for sewing along with me with this. I learned a lot with this bag. I learned a lot from all of you. I think Wanda gets the star for her idea of how to make that last step easier. Yeah, so thank you so much, Wanda, for your expertise there. It was so greatly appreciated, and thank you for teaching me something. So anyways, I am going to go and make some supper, figure out where Dave is, go give Coco some snuggles because she has been pretty good the last hour. And I will catch some of you on Tuesday for the next class and the rest of you next Thursday, hopefully. Anyways, love you guys. I will see you on the next one. Bye.